Talk with Rebbe. The Talk with Rebbe is a program whereby we welcome guests from different walks of life to come right here on the show to share their experiences so that someone out there can learn from their mistakes, their failures, and their successes. Last week we had a live session that I'm sure that everyone that watched it was able to learn a few things. I actually enjoyed the live session and I learned a few things thanks to our guest doing solar. And today we have another guest on the show who will be sharing his experiences with us. If you are very active on Twitter, he's someone that you will know. He's someone that is very popular on Twitter and is coming right here on the show to share his experiences. I would like to encourage all the viewers out there to listen attentively to everything that he has to say so that we can learn a few things from his story. So, we'll be right back. Hello guys, welcome back. You're still watching The Talk with Rebbe. Right here on the show we have our guest and his name is Tife. He's going to introduce himself right now on the show and good morning Tife.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming on the show to talk with Rebbe.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, thank you. So can you kindly introduce yourself to the viewers?
My name is Tife. The full name is Bolu Tife. Most people call me Tife because that's easier to pronounce.
Okay. All right, Tife, thank you once again for coming on the show. So our guest, the viewers would like to get to know you, what you do, who you are.
Okay. Actually, I'm still like a student, though, but I'm a digital strategist and PR. I work with some record labels, strategize for their artists, and also with some other brands. So that's what I do major. And what else? I think that's all. I'm a Christian.
All right, thank you so much. You already know what the Talk with Rebbe is all about. It's a program whereby we welcome guests to come right on the show to share their experiences, irrespective of who they are, where they are from. We welcome everyone, Muslims, Christians, students, working class and all of that, both young and old. Anyone that is ready to share their experiences, we welcome every one of them to come right on the show to share their experiences. So today, what experience would you like to share with us, Stephen?
I think I'll share when I was about to enter, when I was about to get my admission.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a smart, let me just say I'm a smart person since when I was small.
Okay.
So I first did my jam. I did jam when I was in SS2. So when I did my jam in SS2, I passed it. So the fact that I passed it gave me this confidence that. So I now had to wait till I got to SS3 because I was not yet 16 then. I was 15, 14. I was not yet 16 then. So when I got to SS3, the overconfidence of the fact that I passed the jam made me fail that next jam. I got below 180, which didn't even meet the cutoff for the course I wanted to study. Because I wanted to study, I was actually going for medicine. Going to study medicine. Then when my dad saw the score, my dad was really, really angry. He was pissed that he was really warning me even ahead for the exam that this overconfidence will affect me and all. So it was like I'll have to wait for the next jam, and my mom didn't want me to wait for the next jam because my junior brother is the gap between us is not even up to a year. So that means my junior brother and I will be entering school at the same time, and they know how he's somebody that is I don't know how to explain the word. He's like a troublemaker. So they don't want a situation where both of us will be at loggerheads because of we are in the same level or something. So my mom was now thinking that because my dad said that his own decision is that I'll wait for the next jam. So my mom was like that maybe she would just sell her car and pay for private uni because probably we can still accept me. They just give me another course. So while she was still trying to do that, she already put her car on. It was March out. She already put her car out that she wants to sell her car. So then later, my dad was now at work, so he had advert of school I finished from. I don't want to mention the name. So he had advert of the school. Then I think maybe he was just thinking about it. Then he told me that I should ask if I can still do change of institution. So I did change of institution to that school. Then the exam was just like 2 days after he heard the news on the radio. So after I did the change of station, somebody did it for me in state-based schools and got the post jam from and everything. So I wrote the post jam. Though his own mind was like he was just doing it to like satisfy my mom because he wasn't really expecting me to like pass the exam because it's an impromptu one. So when I did the post jam, it's my mom that took me there, everything. She was with me throughout. So fortunately for me, I passed the post jam and I was given admission. I don't know if I can mention it because
Definitely, why
yeah, I was
not?
given admission to physics electronics. So, and based on the fact that when I was in uni, I didn't really like when I was in secondary school. I didn't really like physics because that our teacher then he just used to give us pages in the textbook that go and read this, go and write this. So it was not really taxing and really interesting. It was very boring. So then I was not like, come on, this physics. How will I do this physics course? And the fact that my dad, the fact that let me say, the fact that I've disappointed my dad by failing my jam first, then I was like, I have to like pay this man back and make him know that the jam boom is not like I intentionally,
Failed it.
yeah, exactly, and stuff like that. Then so I kept pushing in school, kept pushing in school, and the first part was that I was the youngest in my class. I was the youngest in my class, but thank God I have this big stature, so people didn't really notice that I was the youngest, except those that knew my age then. So in school, I'll shout, trying my best, trying my best, trying my best. But most times, I don't usually tell them my result at home because I don't want a situation where they'll feel like I'm not doing enough or and stuff. So most times, I just tell them that the result is not out, the result is not out. So that I just tell them. Then later, when I now realize that it's like I'm performing very well, because I realized I had the best result in my department. I was at 100 level, end of 100 level session. I now tell them my GPA and everything. So they told me to, they encouraged me and all. Then I still kept that in the mind that I still need to make them proud. Because the money that they spend, because their own mind, what my dad wanted, my dad wants me to become a medical doctor. That's what he wants. And me, I don't like medicine because I have phobia for blood. I don't like seeing blood. So I kept pushing, kept reading, did all, did my 100, 200, 300. When I got to 300 level, I did my IT. I did my IT. So after that, then when I now got to the worst part was when I was in 200 level. When I was in 200 level second semester, we had a new lecturer. So that man didn't like me because when I'm in class, when I'm in class, what I do in class, I just laugh. So the man was like, I make everybody laugh, while me, I know how I read at home. So what he was teaching us was the 1 unit course. So after when it was time for the exam, when we were doing the exam, I did the exam. Me, I was really happy that I've already passed this exam. Then when the result came out when I was on 300 level. That was 300 level for semester. And the day that I was supposed to check the result was on my birthday. So when I got to school, that I was checking the result, and that's that man gave me F in that
Wow.
course. I cried that day. I cried out because so that was the first time I've ever had F, and that was like the stuff affected my CGPA and everything because I was like F, and then the fact that I'm still going to have to redo it, the shame and everything. Because me, I'm someone that's very shy, so I was like, oh my F, and I went to meet the man. I was in his office. I was crying. The funniest part was that when I was in class, because he was calling the results for us in class. When he was calling the results, my number is number 19 on the list. About 19, yeah, number 19. So when I was calling the results, as I was calling people, I was laughing because I'm someone that I like laughing. I was laughing that how people discuss it for this simple course. So when I got to my turn, I was not like I scored F. I was not. I was like, people that were around me, they weren't laughing. So I was not asking him that they should check again that is not my score. I said, let me check that this is my number, this is my name. And I said, do you want to tell me, are you telling me that I don't have eyes? And then when I said that was response like, God, I just had to chew. I'm not going to meet him in the office. Then he was trying doing me anyhow, and that's what made me cry because I know that I like get F. When I went to come meet other lecturer that really likes me. I told him about it. Then I was like, it's already late. That they already submitted the results. That I'll probably I'll probably just have to redo the course next year. So that stuff really spoiled my mood, everything. Then I was still like, more. Then there's always like competition, low key competition among ourselves. So the guys that were like competing with me, that they're also brilliant. Myself, yeah, exactly. They were competing with me. So they were happy because they know that stuff will actually affect me and weaken me. But I just want to, let me just like just thank God, sure, that I didn't allow it to weigh me down because I had friends then that they were like encouraging me that they know that the man intentionally did it. Then after, then that man was not to take us another course.
Okay.
So my lecturer was now advising me that I should not be harsh to the man, that I should just forgive him so that he will not fail me again in that next course. And that next course was 4 units. The next course was 4 units. And I was not, hey, imagine you not fail me 4 units, that's extra year now. Then so I had to like, I was just like, I didn't tell my mom. My parents didn't know that I had F7. They never did. So I didn't tell anybody. Only my friends are aware. My friends are now like, mom, we can just give. So I feel the man now, I don't know what happened. Later, I just saw that somebody called me one day. And I picked the call and I realized that it was the man that was telling me. And I was not like apologizing to me that he understands, that that he knew, that he felt bad that day, the way he saw me crying and all that stuff. That then he now became my friend. So before you knew that, was not teaching us, he was not giving me area of concentration to read for the course. He later died, sharp, about 4 months. So rest in perfect peace. But it really helped me, sharp. So I think I had an A in that course, in that for him. I had an A. But I still graduated as the best student in my department at the end of the day. But my parents didn't add F until when they see my transfer.
I want to, as you said, you're a student. Like, is it that you're an undergraduate or a master's?
Master's.
Oh, okay. Because you didn't specify.
Yeah, I'm supposed to start my master's this month, but Corona.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, you can continue.
Yeah, so I just had finished with as the best student in my department. Then I didn't even tell my parents that that's what I finished with. I just told them that I did well. So when it was not time for graduation, and I forced my dad and my mom to come. So they also came with. So because I forced them to come, I was like I told them that because my dad didn't want to come. I told them that it's a must that they don't come, they will not give me whatever certificate they want to give on that day. So they came. Then my uncles too came because my mom told them about it, and they will stay around their house is not far from my school. Like they stay in the same city. So they came too. So when they came, into now time sure that they now saw that I was the best student in my department. And I think that stuff really made my dad happy. Made him happy. So made him happy, sure. Because I know he was happy. And I knew that, yeah. Because since after that time, the respect changed.
Of course, right? Oh, okay.
So my what I just feel really helped me there was determination and the fact that I didn't want to give up.
You didn't give up. Okay.
Because if I had given up, that dangerous. Because after that F more, it's not easy to F because people that redo courses is not because they have to read something entirely different from what you read before, because it's not what they taught you that time they will teach the next set, and they also have to, like, classes always clash. So most people just give up that it's not easy. But if you are determined, sure,
You go through. So what's your advice to the viewers out there that are listening to what you are saying right now?
my advice is, like, you should also always have a goal. You set a goal for yourself and please work towards achieving them, because that's something that will really make you know that yes, we're making progress. Because we really need to stand out in wherever we are. So we need to set goals. If your goal is to be successful in this area, if your goal is to have this, your goal is to have that, you should set the goal and work towards it. Though challenges may come, challenges will always come because it's normal about part of life,
Yeah,
ups and downs. So
definitely.
challenges will always come, and you just make sure you just overcome them.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Tife, for sharing your experiences with us. And I learned quite a few things from everything that you said. And there was something that you said that at first you didn't like the course
Yeah.
you were given, but at the end of the day, you made up your mind that you had to pass so that you can make your parents proud, and you set your mind to being the best at what you do. So that's a keynote for everyone. Whatever you set your mind to, even if it seems difficult at first, even if it seems like something that you think that you cannot overcome, as long as you set your mind to it, there's no how you will not achieve it. It's just a matter of time. As long as you are consistent, as long as you set your goals, you know what you are doing, you make time for it, you spend your time wisely, definitely whatever you set your mind to, you will definitely achieve it. And then you said something about overconfidence. I can imagine how overconfidence has actually, made some people not really achieve or attain a particular height. Because I think I can relate to that. I think there was a time when I first when I gained admission, I really did my jam well, passed, everything was on point, my posture me. So I was like, okay, this 100 level, let me just, I didn't really focus on read the first year. I was just like, when the exam time comes, that it's not me again. But when everything happened, I was like, hey, Jesus Christ, where do I start from? I had to like buckle up and all of that. So when you are smart, you are very good, still that doesn't mean that you should be too confident in yourself and not do the normal things. It's just like you are a presenter or probably a newscaster, and you don't even take time to rehearse or practice before you go on air and all of that. Definitely you might flop, or you will flop if you don't rehearse, if you don't prepare. I know that there's power in preparation, in going through the normal procedure of attaining a particular goal. So even if you know you are good, even if you know that even in your sleep you can do this thing, still you still have to go through the normal process, practice, rehearse, revise, and do every other thing that is necessary for you to do, so that you can actually attain that success that you know that you will definitely attain. So the issue of overconfidence, let's just try to be careful in that area so that we will not flop. And sometimes you might flop and you'll be able to pick yourself up, but there's some flopping that is everlasting. You might not be able to pick yourself up, so we have to be very careful about that. And then you said that okay, what else? You advised us that we should be determined in whatever we do, that we should be very determined. I remember, okay, you said that you were so sad, like you had an F and you were like, wow, to the extent that you even cried and all of that. It's really weighed you down. Apart from even having an F, there's some situations that actually make people feel less about themselves, because they feel like, okay, what will people say about me? How will they look at me? But I just feel that we all have different stories. We all have different journeys. So mostly when you are going through your downtime, when you are going through your own personal issues in life, the first thing that should come to your mind is that you definitely overcome, and not to really think on the fact that what will people say, what will people think about me. Because when we keep dwelling on people's opinion about us, it will weigh us down, and it will make us not be the best that we can be. If we start putting our decisions based on what other people think about us, we're not going to make the best decision for us. So mostly when we are going through anything in life, let's forget about what anybody is saying about us. Let's forget about how they think about us. You know who you are. You know your own abilities. You know your capabilities. You know how good you are. So whatever anybody is saying doesn't concern you. Just do your own thing. Believe in yourself and just keep working hard until you get your desired results. So as short as this episode is, I've been able to learn a few things, and I'm quite sure that the viewers also have been able to learn a lot from what Tife has said so far. So apart from academics and all of that, is there any area that you'd like to share your experiences with us?
I don't think there's any area that
Okay.
apart from the academics.
Oh, okay. All right, no problem about that. So I just want to thank the viewers that joined today's episode, that watched today's episode, thank you for joining us on the talk with Rebby, and I'm sure that you've been able to learn a few things from what Ife has said. But before we go, I would like to ask Ife, do you have a final note for the viewers?
The final notice is I would just advise people to just be themselves, because when you do, you really enjoy a lot of things. Like you'll be able to know your own strength, able to discover yourself. Because to me, I feel if I had done medicine, if I had gone for medicine, probably I'd have. I don't know, because right now, even the physics and electronics I don't see myself putting it into that, because I have passion for.
Okay, what exactly do you have passion for?
I have passion for music.
Oh, okay.
That's what I have passion.
Okay, I think that's another thing we need to like really pay attention to. Our parents back then in those days, they have a picture of what they want us to be. Sometimes your mom will want you to be a lawyer, your dad wants to be a doctor, an engineer, and all of that, and you just want to be a different person. You just want to dive into another profession, but you just have to do what they want, because they are the ones sponsoring you, they are the ones paying for all your expenses and all of that. But I feel that as parents, even if some of us are not parents for now, the thing is that we should be very attentive and sensitive to the area that our children are very good at. Know their talents, know their strengths, know their weaknesses. So whatever they have interest in, whatever they are passionate about, that's what they should dive into, because the success they'll be able to attain in that field is going to amount greatly, other than them doing what they actually do not love doing. So we should be very sensitive about what our children want, and the world is evolving now. You can be anything you want to be, you can be the best at it, and the world will know you for it. So it's not all about being a doctor, it's not about being a lawyer. All those things are, I think, they are past mentalities. Just find what you are good at, know what your child is extremely good at, and then develop that child in that area, and then definitely you'll be proud of your child when he or she grows to become the best at what they actually love doing. So that's it. Okay, so Tifed, we have sponsors that usually gives our guests when they come on the show, to encourage and to thank them for coming, because it's actually not easy leaving your precious home to come right here on the show. Lagos traffic and all of that. Most people don't like leaving their houses, and then for you to have come to the show to share your experience, we just want to say thank you. And our sponsor is Skincare by Olufemi. We have an official sponsor that actually makes some very nice things for our guests. So they partner with Lake Mami Photography to make gifts for our guests. So we'd like to give you this as a thank you for coming. So you can have it. Yes, so thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. And I know that you're a very popular influencer on Twitter, and then you quite support some upcoming artists, and then your posts are always very funny and hilarious and all of that. So thank you for coming once again. And I would just like to thank the viewers. If you would like to be a guest on the show, all you have to do is send a mail to rebeccairabo@gmail.com, rebeccairabo234@gmail.com, or you can send me a DM on Instagram at pricelessrebby, or better still, you can call me on 08167055537. And if you like to be a sponsor, if you like to be part of the sponsors we have in sponsoring our guests, you can also reach me on those platforms that I just mentioned earlier. And we are done for today. Thank you for watching today's episode, and Tife, thank you for coming. You're welcome. So my name is Rebecca Irabo, and thank you for watching today's episode. See you guys on the next episode. Bye for now.